Okay, these are the tough ones, right? We just did this problem, and we talked about how 50 is bigger than 35. If 50 is bigger than 35, then 50 completely contains the 50 factorial completely contains the 35 factorial that's in the bottom. Look at these two expressions. This is not asking us to solve for n. This is just saying simplify the factorial expression. Here are my factorials. 2n plus 2 and 2n. Captain Obvious. Which one of those is bigger? It doesn't matter, right? We're not talking about n in terms of negative numbers. I guess I should throw that disclaimer out there, right? It doesn't matter what n is as a positive number. If I'm adding 2 to it, this is bigger than that. Which means this factorial completely contains this factorial. So I don't need to write this entire thing out. Here's what I know. I know with this top one, if I start at 1 and multiply dot, 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 the last term I'm going to multiply is what? 2n plus 2. What's the term that comes before 2n plus 2? We talked about this in class. It's 1 less than that, right? The term that comes before this is 2n plus 1, right? I want to write out, I'm going to take this and interject this idea again. I'm writing out the bigger of the two factorials, not the smaller one. The smaller one I'm just going to leave. It's 2n factorial. I'm just going to leave it, okay? Because what's going to happen? Eventually, because this is the bigger factorial, I'm just going to keep writing until I find this term. What's the term that comes before 2n plus 1? It would be 2n plus 1 minus 1, which is 2n. So this, everything from 1 up to here, this is 2n factorial. So I have 2n factorial times this times that. That gives me 2n plus 2 factorial. But since I have the 2n factorial on the bottom, these cancel. And my final answer is just the product of those two terms that are left in the numerator. Okay? A disclaimer, and I'm fine with this. You don't need to FOIL this. You don't need to give me that grand polynomial. I don't need that. But a disclaimer. Since this is in the numerator, I have this. If we had this fraction and we flipped it over, I would still show all of this work. It'd be flipped over, and then this would be in the denominator. I'd have to put a 1 on top. You've been warned.